In the United States, the appearance of license plates is frequently chosen to contain staples, cultures, or slogans associated with the issuing jurisdiction, which are the 50 U.S. states and the District of Columbia, each of which independently registers motor vehicles. Trends in serial formats. Formats for license plate numbers may be consistent within the state. For example, Delaware and Rhode Island were able to use 6-digit all-numeric serials due to their low respective populations, while several popular states use 7-character formats of 3 letters and 4 numbers, including one ABC 234 in California and ABC 1234, ABC 1234, or ABC 1234 in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. Other formats include Florida, which uses ABCD12, Illinois, which uses A12-3456, and Maryland, which uses 1 Alberta, 2345. However, many states, such as Alaska, Arkansas, Colorado, Hawaii, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Minnesota, Mississippi, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Wisconsin, use a 3-letter, 3-number format in the format ABC 123, 123 ABC, or some variant thereof. Serial coding. License plate numbers are usually assigned in ascending order, beginning with a starting point such as AAA001. Thus an observer familiar with the sequence can determine roughly when the plate was issued. In a few cases, numbers have been assigned in descending order. For example, when Virginia switched to 7 characters for its standard issue in 1993, numbers beginning with AAA 1000 were already in use for extra cost, optional issue plates. Therefore, the new standard license plates were issued in descending order from ZZZ 9999. Expiration date equals, in some states, the month of expiration or the county of registration is incorporated into the plate serial. The last number on a Massachusetts license plate indicates the month the vehicle's registration expires, as does the first number or letter on West Virginia plates. County of issuance equals, although increasingly few states place the full name of the county of registration explicitly on their standard issue plates but not as part of the plate serial, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Tennessee continue the practice. In Alabama, Montana, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Wyoming, a 1 or 2-digit number representing the county of issue begins a license plate number. Standard issue Idaho license plate numbers begin with a single letter or a number letter code representing the county of issue. County codes have been based on historical population figures, the county names in alphabetical order, or some combination thereof. Only 3 places in the United States use letters to designate a residence where a vehicle was registered. In Hawaii, the license plates have a unique letter designation based on the island counties that residents purchased or registered the vehicles from. A vehicle with a registration number beginning with H or Z is registered in Hawaii County, one beginning with K is registered in Kauai County, one beginning with M or L is registered in Maui County, and one beginning with any other letter is registered in the city and county of Honolulu. In the state of Idaho, the first 1 or 2 characters are used to designate the county of residence registration. For example, all vehicles registered in Ada County start with 1A, vehicles in Twin Falls County start with 2T, and vehicles in Valley County start with E. In the U.S. territory of Guam, the license plates use the first 2 letters that are coded by village of issuance. For example, TM 1234 refers to a vehicle that was registered by a person who lives the village of Tamuning. Florida allows its residents to choose either Sunshine State, or In God We Trust slogans instead of their county, and in Miami-Dade County, all plates are issued with one of these slogans due to the targeting for crimes of cars registered there in the early 1990s. Florida also terminated a practice by which plates registered to rented vehicles had the letter Y or Z as their first digit, which also led to targeting of cars for theft due to the ease of replacement and the softer hit on the affected driver. Georgia, as of 2011, allows drivers to choose the slogan "In God We Trust" in place of the county name where the vehicle is registered. Indiana and Ohio display two-number county codes, while Kansas plates display two-letter county codes, but none of these three is a part of the plate serial and instead are placed in the corner of the plate in a smaller font size. Texas places the county name on the windshield registration sticker, but it likewise is not part of the plate serial. Vehicle type equals, in most states, plates for vehicles other than passenger cars such as trucks and trailers, may use different numbering formats either with or without the vehicle type appearing explicitly on the plate. Persons with disabilities equals, in the states, special plates displaying the international symbol of accessibility are issued to persons with disabilities that entitle them to special parking privileges. Alternately, a placard, which in some jurisdictions can be hung from the rear view mirror, may be issued. The placard has the advantage of being transferred from vehicle to vehicle. Current standard issue passenger plate designs and serial formats. The following tables give information on license plates currently being issued, with 2014 or later expiration dates, for private use on passenger vehicles by the governments of the 50 U.S. states, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. territories. Information on serial numbering patterns is also given. Older designs and serial formats previously issued may still be valid for continued usage in certain jurisdictions. These are noted in a separate table below. In addition to regular passenger plates, all jurisdictions also provide plates for other types of vehicles that may only be roughly similar in design and layout. Additionally, there has been an increasing trend in the field of specialty plates to promote specific causes or interests. To keep this table as simple as possible, most of these alternate types of plates will not be noted. More information may also be found within the individual articles for each state, as linked within the table. Exceptions to this guideline may be made for specialty plates that are available at no extra cost to the motorist, as these tend to be seen more commonly on the roads. Plate types no longer issued but still valid. Plates with the following designs and serial formats are no longer being issued but may still be valid for use in certain instances. This table does not include year of manufacture registrations. Diplomatic license plates. Diplomatic license plates are issued by the United States Department of State to accredited diplomats. Until 2007, plates issued to cars based in the District of Columbia follow the pattern of a letter identify the status of the owner, followed by the two-letter country code, followed by a four-digit number. For member countries of the Organization of American States, a subset of that numbering pattern is allotted to vehicles based at those countries' missions to the OAS. Plates issued to cars based at the United Nations in New York City are reversed, with the four-digit number first, followed by the two-letter country code, followed by the status code. This is because representatives of certain countries are limited to travel to certain radii from their base, and the system allows the city of assignment to be identified easily. The status codes used until 2007 was C for foreign consul, D for diplomat, S for non-diplomatic staff, and A for a UN employee. The rights of the driver and car under diplomatic immunity are defined by this status code. The country codes are unique to each particular country, but do not correlate to ISO country codes or other standards format. For example, in the old system used until 2007, France is DJ-F, and Australia is XZ-AUS. This is to prevent the general public from targeting diplomats from particular countries. See also, Canadian license plate designs and serial formats. References. External links. Organizations Automobile License Plate Collectors Association. Information resources Current high-issue license plates of North America, 1969 a present, the license plate Shack Place 8ster.net, the back bumper, Zul's plate page, RT's blank plates pictures of license plates, Spalled American license plates, license plates CC a lists high and low license plate serials, USA License Plates Database.